My name is Emily Allman. I am 29 years old and I am 4 years sober from heroin and all opiates. So, questions or just keep going?
Are you, well, sorry, are you local? Is that where you're
I'm from North Carolina.
And then how did you get started?
I was introduced probably around 19. I had a back injury, and my doctor prescribed me, looking back at it now, entirely too strong of a pain medication for my age. So I was on 90 oxycodones a month for about a year at 19 with a minor back injury. So from there, I had kind of started dating this guy who already had a history with opiate addiction, but I didn't really know. He kind of kept it from me. And so it kind of just got worse from there with the pills. And so I got pregnant with my son. It was my saving grace, and I wish I could say that I stopped doing pills then, but I didn't. So after I had him when he was about 2.5, 3, someone called social services. And by this point, I had already progressed from pills to heroin because the pills were so expensive. And they called and they gave me the option, get into treatment or lose your son. So getting treatment was really, I didn't want to do methadone, Suboxone, anything like that, but the access of rehabs was limited. There were no beds. If there were beds, it was $3,000, which who has that, So I went to the methadone clinic for a year, exactly a year from the day social services came in. And I was there 6 months, tapered out, and been clean ever since. So that's the short version.
No, that's great. How is life clean?
Life is amazing clean. You gain weight. I will say that. That part sucks. Yeah. I miss being skinny. But the first year, it's almost like you feel like you're coming out of a black hole. Like I was telling her, you see family members, little cousins, and all of a sudden they're grown, and you're like, how did I miss, everything? And it's almost like you're coming back to life again. And it's hard the first year. But then you get a good job and nice car, and since then I've been married and had another son, and so life is amazing now.
You were talking about the transition from over-the-counter to heroin. Was that so? That what you said was more of a cost thing?
It was, well, with the pills, eventually it gets to the point that you need more and more and more. So there was this day that I couldn't find any of the pills that I preferred, and so a girl said, well, hey, this is going to cost you, $100 for these couple pills, but I can get you a bag of heroin for, $20, $30. It'll last you all day. You can snort it too. So as an addict who is in withdrawal and can't get any pills, I started snorting it. From snorting it, I went to smoking it, and eventually progressed to injecting it. And I think once you start injecting it, you just, the devil has you at that point. And so you don't want to be an addict, but you are. So I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for someone coming in, and I still don't even know to this day who called social services, but they saved my life.
So they kind of gave you an ultimatum.
Mm-hmm.
Get clean or come.
Yep.
That's great. Let's talk about Healing Appalachia today. Besides Tyler, what drew you to the event?
Well, my husband is a Tyler Childers fan, diehard, and he's been wanting to go, so I was kind of looking around, and I saw that he was, because we're from North Carolina, so I saw that he was going to be at some downtown bar in Charlotte, and it was like $150 a ticket, and crazy. And then I noticed that he was going to be here, and so I just kind of clicked on the link and saw what you guys were supporting, and I said, if we're going to spend money so that you can go see this guy, I would like to spend it there, so that it's going to, because there could be someone just like the lady that walked in my living room that can walk and help someone else. So
That's great.
here we are.